When we're looking at the historical record, we think we're looking at a complete picture, but we're not. It's very difficult to discover something you don't know exists, and that's the problem facing women's history.
Women's contributions can be very hard to surface. If we don't have records about what women have done in the past, how they've lived their lives, how they've changed the world, then it's like we don't have that history. That legacy shapes what we know about our past, even today, because it shaped what was saved, what even professionals kept in the archives, and how they even chose to document what they collected.
The Smithsonian American Women's History Museum is excited to announce the launch of the Discoverability Lab. This initiative will use new technologies like machine learning and AI to, at scale and more efficiently, be able to search through amazing repositories of digital data, images, oral histories to reveal the many ways that women have shaped the American experience.
Because we don't have a complete picture of how women have contributed to American history, that means that today, historians have to get really creative in how they do their work. Now, this is a really important concept to me as a historian. You need to have strategies when you go in the archives to actually learn about women's history, because it's often under the surface.
By digitizing text and making them machine readable, we open up possibilities for machine learning that can do things that are just not humanly possible. We can compare the sheer amount of data that would take someone to dedicate their whole life's work to doing. We can do that multiple times over.
There are so many opportunities for us to be innovative in this work. As a new museum, we're not only filling in the gaps in American history where women's stories weren't told, but we want to focus on how our museum is addressing that problem for the future.
We're not the first to enter upon this work, but it will help to join that conversation, to amplify that conversation, and also to help lead that on a national level. So just like the lab will experiment with many methods to address the discoverability problem, there will also be multiple ways for people to get involved.
Partnering with universities, other scholars, public history organizations, other museums or historical sites that are doing this scholarly work is an opportunity that we're excited about and committed to.
It's really important that we think of the discoverability problem with women's history, not just as a museum problem, but as a we problem. And it's going to take all of us to solve it.